Okay, so thank you for taking your time to watch this video. In this video, we are going to talk about AlphaSheet features. We have divided features into two parts, end user features and advanced user features. End users are those who are going to use AlphaSheet plugin in MS Excel. Advanced users are those who will be setting up connections and collections. So we have different videos available for connections and collection setup. You can check them. Yep. Let's jump to the end user features. So we just open the data collection explorer. So obviously our first feature is to navigate the data using the search parameters. So say we have this collection setup in one of our connector, that is Big Shop. And once we expand it, we see that we have different date parameters available. So now what user can do is generally what happens that you go to your software, you download the data for a range, and you bring the data into your MS Excel. And then if you need to browse the data for a different date range or different period, you have to go back again on your application and download that again. So here we are saying that you actually can browse the live data. So you can call it as a live data feature. So whatever the data is available in your database or in your API, you can directly fetch it using the search parameters. So these search parameters can be set up by your own as well for your SQL and REST API connections, which is quite handy. And we have different videos available how to do that. So like say I am just browsing the data for this range. I click on run, it will browse me the data right there. Yep. And if I need to say I tomorrow I just feel that okay, hey, I want to browse the data for a different date range, I simply go there. I just go and change the range, and so it will just browse me the data for a different range altogether. Yep. Here we go. So we are seeing the data which is live. And say we can actually increase or decrease whatever the way we want. We can browse the data here. Second feature is playing with your data sheet. And generally what happens, like if an Excel user who is having the data on the Excel sheet, they generally need to create some sort of formulas and do some manipulations with the data. And once after you have done your manipulation in your Excel sheet, and then if your data refreshes, if you need to bring different data, so your entire efforts are gone, your formulas are gone. So one way is that you go and bring the data in a different sheet and just connect them, so on. So this is a totally cumbersome process. But here what we say is that you browse the data here, and then you can actually go and write your formulas like this one. Okay. And so here is your formula, and is the date range. It will stay there. Yep. So see the magic. So this is yep. Okay. Now jump to the next feature, which is uh, basically modifying the structure of your data. Yep. So say I'm just browsing this data here. I click on run. So this is data from Hubspot. Click on run. And if I run it, it will obviously render me the data on the Excel sheet. But before that, I just want to see what are the columns available for me, which are going to be rendered. So if I click on edit, it will open the portal right there, and I can see the list of all the columns which are going to be rendered. So if I just want to modify something from there, I can just do that. I hit on save and I run it. So it gives me the data which is I have just changed and the way I want. Same way I can just edit it again. I can go and reposition them. Like I want to see the record ID as a first column. I put it there, save it, and then I refresh it again. So it will change the entire structure there. Yeah. So this is a pretty much very good feature. Uh, so you can play with your data set live in the MS Excel itself and the way you want. Now the next feature is now you can also go ahead and filter the data with advanced filters we have available uh, for different sort of connectors with like Hubspot, Zero, QuickBooks, Shopify. So you click on edit and you go to the filters, you choose the condition and you get different options. Yeah. Okay. And then the data is filtered uh, with your conditions. And then you can refresh it. So I think my conditions did not make any changes. So data is the same. But yes, if we can just browse the data with different conditions. Yep. So like I just filtered it with the keyword new and it's giving me these number of rows. I save it and I refresh it. There
Now
we
we jump to
go.
the next feature.
For data exchange. And also, if you expand it, you will be able to see what are the condition it is using. Create date is within current year and deal name contains new. And from here as well, we can go and edit it. And then uh, now we can we will see the next feature, which is to add the collections right from the MS Excel plugin itself. So we are seeing the button add new. We click on that and it takes us to the page to add the collection. We select our connector. We click on some object which are available in this connector and we select our columns, whatever. Yeah. And we save it. Close it, refresh, and you will see your collection is added here. Run, and your data is there. And yep. Okay. So then we'll jump to the next feature, which is a very exciting feature we are going to talk about. Here we have got is, however, it is more related to the advanced users, but it actually reflects to the end users who are using the AlphaSheet plugin. So if we say in this example, if you expand it, we are seeing this number of parameters right there. So these parameters we can go and set up it as a part of our collections, and also these parameters could be your number, date, drop downs, etc. These drop downs data can come from your existing source. Say, like here in example, this list of these companies are coming from a collection which is already set up in this connector. So you can link your drop down with your own data set, which is dynamic data. So this is pretty much like you are actually browsing sort of reports you do in your own software. You can browse the same way here, and we have got some other feature related, like it has a cascading effect as well. Like if I select the company from here, it will change the this group drop down in this one, like, right. So I if I go and change it to some other, it will go and change it, right. uh dash 2, it is bringing, yeah, this is there. So I can see like it is now like this data, this is a cascading effect. So it can cascading effect can relate to like multiple drop downs, like group 1 is changing group 2 is changing group 3 or group 4. So this is how it can we can put the our search parameters right there. Okay, so this feature is for advanced users, and uh, this is to basically bring the data from multiple ranges right into the single Excel sheet. So let me just jump to the exact functionality. So whatever the collections you are seeing, the data is all available as a function. And so we have got this daily order stat collection available. So this is now we can use it as a function as well. We put in the date there, and yep, and it will bring the data, uh, whatever the cell we choose. And then if I want to, like, I will copy it, I will paste it, and now I will change the range to something else to just navigate how my order was looking like in month of January versus February. So I can just go ahead and see that. And the same way I can compare it with a different another date range, which is 3, 3. Yeah. And I can see the data for different date ranges, different uh, data sets all together onto one single Excel sheet. And with using this data, I can also go and create my pivot or charts. So this is very helpful for the people who are going to create dashboards for different data sets as a features. However, there are other different features which are very useful. So in this video, we will talk only about these ones. And for further features, we will be creating another videos that will be for advanced user features.
Thanks for watching the video.